The word Schadenfreude, what does that mean? Well, it's a German word, and basically it means that you take pleasure derived from somebody else having some sort of misfortune. Basically, in the instance of my PlayStation 5 and having issues there. Now, first of all, there is a little bit of, like, I've noticed this thing kind of went around Twitter and stuff like that, and people were kind of like celebrating it, which is just weird to me to begin with. The problem wasn't the solid state drive itself, the problem was a corrupted beta file, something didn't download right or something like that. Like, that stuff has happened to me with Xbox, it's happened to me previously with PlayStation. It's not the end of the world, it's not, you know, untreatable or anything like that. So basically what happened, what I had to do was go to a site and download a previous firmware with a thumb drive, and then I just put that into my PlayStation 5 while it was in safe mode and downloaded it from there. So I went back to an older software, then I was able to update to the newer software and everything was fine. So, you know, sometimes that stuff happens. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it sucks that, you know, that kind of stuff does happen, but I gotta be honest, I didn't see people celebrating when I did videos talking about how I had to factory reset my Xbox probably 15 times or more when I was in the higher end of the you know, the program, the preview program. It used to happen all the time to me, and it happened to me even early on before they allowed you to keep all of your games and stuff like that. So I would have to like reinstall my games and stuff like that. It was really kind of a pain in the butt. So with this, it wasn't a big deal. You know, I was down for a little bit and not able to hop on my PlayStation 5, but it's fixed and my solid state drive is installed. It took me about 2 minutes. You know, there was no problem whatsoever. It's very easy. Like, I know everybody, and we all get like this, we all get in this competitive mode where we just want to do this, but I just noticed that there's just like extra vitriol and hate towards me, where like people just want to come in and dislike my video without even watching it or seeing what's going on, and I don't really understand the thinking or thought process behind that, because as far as I can tell, I'm doing just, you know, normal content, pretty much like I've always done, and I'm having fun with it pretty much like I've always done, and people are just really pissed off for one reason or the other. If you're an Xbox fan who is pissed off at me, you know what, I apologize. You know, I'm sorry that I wasn't doing that, taking pleasure from misfortune with Xbox. I was trying to get my point across that, you know, they need to do a better job of getting games out and stuff like that, and they do, you know, and hopefully they can get their games out and, you know, do a good job with that. For me personally, you know, it's not something that is you take pleasure in. I actually want there to be games. I want there to be great games and stuff like that. You know, for me right now, even right now, I'm still playing you know, the Mass Effect trilogy and stuff like that. I love that series, and I'm finally on the third one. Obviously, it takes me a little bit of time to, you know, finish these games these days, especially RPGs. But the cool thing is, you know, one of the great things is that I never got to play through any of the DLC or anything like that previously. So it's, in a way, it's like new games, and even like, especially with Mass Effect 2, which I just beat, which, wow, I forgot how epic the music and that ending is, and just, man. So yeah, it's just, it's so amazing. And the funny thing is, for me personally, like the characters, like some of the characters that you can actually get in that game are DLC characters, like for pre-ordering the game or whatever. So I never got to experience that stuff. So it was really cool to do that. Even though people like to go, oh, well, you don't like old games. It's not that I don't like old games. It's that when you buy brand new hardware, you should have something new there to play. I mean, by the time it's all said and done, I'm going to be playing old games on both probably, because outside of Halo and Forza, there ain't much on Xbox, and who knows what the hell's coming on PlayStation. Obviously, I'm going to play through IKEA Island and stuff like that, so I am excited for that. But, you know, when it comes to these different types of situations, I just kind of roll with the punches. And if you're a PlayStation fan, listen, I know people think that I'm widely accepted by PlayStation fans too or something. That's just simply not the case. I got to be honest with you. You know, I very much have kind of had to put up with people like disliking me or whatever, through PlayStation or whatever as well, like, and that's their right. People are able to go ahead and think what they want about me, and if they're not happy, then they're not happy. That's really all I can say. It's like there's not much that I can say about it other than I'm sorry, and that people obviously are going to think one thing or the other when it comes to me and when it comes to video games and my opinion and things like that. But yeah, I wanted to clear that up, that 100% there was definitely no type of situation where it was the solid state drive that was the problem. So I just really wanted to kind of put that out there and let everybody know what was going on, and basically sort of correct some of the misinformation that was out there. Like I said, I know that I'm disliked or whatever. Maybe you guys saw my other video where, yes, indeed, I get death threats. That's nothing new. Like, I just wanted you guys to realize that, yeah, I get them. There's other people that get them. I'm sure that it's not just exclusive to me and a couple other people. I'm sure that listen, I got them when I was doing heavy Xbox stuff, right? People were like, "Oh, you like to wear a hat, so I'll know what you look like," all this kind of stuff. I've dealt with it all. I've seen it all. It's unfortunate. It's the unfortunate side of this, because for me it's fun and I like to have a good time with it, but it looks like for everybody else it's just such a life or death thing. Like, you don't understand that a lot of the times with my videos or even my video titles, I'm really kind of just making fun of probably everybody, and in particular like the mainstream media and stuff like that as well, because they were the ones that started doing a lot of the hyper, like, clickbait and stuff like that, and making everything seem bad. And a good example of that is when the Xbox One X was about to come out, and IGN was like, ran a story about Microsoft forces gamers to download 4K versions of games if you buy an Xbox One X, like, force you to do that. Like, if you're buying an Xbox One X, how are you being forced to do anything? You're not being forced. I mean, you're obviously getting that console to play that type of that type of thing. So again, I really do appreciate the people that stick with me, or the few that like me, I guess. I don't know, like, and the rest of you, it's like I want to start new, and I have this content plan and stuff that I want to do, and it's like I'm busting my butt on this stuff, but I also have such little time because of work and family and that kind of stuff, that I'm not even sure if it's worth putting out, because no matter how good the quality is, a lot of you won't even care. You're not going to watch it. You're going to dislike it and say something snarky in the comments and think you're amazing. And at the end of the day, you're really just cowards who are celebrating, trying to celebrate something that of a downfall of someone. And I've never claimed to have, like, listen, I've never bragged about YouTube. I've never bragged about views or subscriptions or any of that stuff. I just always just kind of did my thing, and I've been honest and upfront about it. It's like I'm dealing with a severe shadow ban and things like that, and YouTube hasn't been much of a help with that. So hopefully things will kind of work themselves out. But I'm not above, like, starting a new channel. That prospect excites me, to kind of start over and start fresh, and do some things and just have some fun with it, because I enjoy doing these videos and kind of just having fun and the camaraderie with the good people. And I know that there are some good people as well. Like, I'm definitely not mixing it up. There's good people, and they far outweigh the bad. So just remember, try to be as good as you can. Like, for me, I'm not going around on people's leaving comments and on their chats and disrespecting people, even if I don't like them, right? Like, there's a whole host of people that I don't like, but you know what I do? I pretty much kind of ignore them unless they've started crap with me. and for the most part, I just kind of do my own thing. So a lot of you could probably learn something from that. But yeah, hopefully that helps you understand what's up with my PlayStation. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So thanks for watching. Fact 'em up. Crapgamer out.